All right. So let's give Wyverlin a hand clap being with us tonight. So, just for clarity, for the audience sake, where are you from? What state are you?
Calling from Texas.
Texas. Okay. And what brings you on the show tonight?
Okay, well, pretty much, I had a question for Manifestation Wednesday, and I wanted to get some feedback.
The floor is yours.
Okay, awesome. So I guess my question is, I'm trying to, some insight. I'm trying to better understand myself in this life so that I can, be prosperous and continue to do things that I want to achieve. So within that, I've noticed that I feel like I'm trying to get the person on the inside to align with the person on the outside, if you can see what I'm saying, so that I can just kind of be in oneness. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. So my question is, what are some things I can do, or I guess focus points of meditations that I can use to help me to attain that, oneness that I'm trying to get, so that when I present myself to people, I don't seem like I'm conflicted, or I don't feel conflicted within myself.
All right. Let's step down. Okay, so first, astrologically, you are an Aquarius, right? So, which
Yes.
is an air sign. Okay, air signs are typically, this goes across the board for all air signs, they typically are more in their head or tend to be more in their head than other signs. Okay, so if I were to say you're always in your head thinking of all possibilities that can be, and which ends up causing you to either overextend yourself or end up maybe not taking advantage of certain opportunities because of the overthinking of certain situations. Does that happen at all?
Yes, that is very correct.
Oh, okay. How would I know that? I don't know you. Okay. All right. So let's narrow it down. So let's be a
Okay.
bit more specific here. Give me an example of something either you're trying to achieve or a situation that you were in that you felt that alignment could have been better internally.
Okay, well, actually, this pertains to something I'm actually doing right now. So I recently, I have a private office and I'm working on marketing. And I have great ideas for videos and what I can do, but it's very hard for me to bring myself to make a video. And I'm not one to be in front of the camera. I like to kind of be behind the scenes doing stuff like that. But again, this is my business. I knew I would have to do that. So I need to kind of get rid of the fear of, I guess, putting my foot forward. I don't know what it is within myself that's holding me back from wanting to present myself to the world how I need to.
You do know. Don't say you don't know something. Most of us, when we say those things,
Mhm.
we actually really do know those answers, but sometimes we are apprehensive or
Mhm.
sometimes even afraid to admit what that answer actually is.
Mm.
Most of the time, like in a situation like you just named, a
Mhm.
lot of times it deals with acceptance. Because we have a hard time accepting ourselves, we feel a certain way out in public because others may display what we internally feel. And most of the people who tend to feel that way, it actually is not the case. That's only you.
Mm.
That's something internally that you're feeling. If you are presenting yourself the best version of yourself, right?
Mhm.
Let's say, especially if you worked hard or something, right? So you're very studious, you're very knowledgeable in the subject matter of what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
If this is,
Yes.
because some people, they may feel that way and they shouldn't, but they also are not studious. They also are jumping way ahead even of themselves. So when they present themselves, they are all over the place, and everything else, which could look bad on themselves, right? But I'm not talking
Mhm.
about that type of person, right? So especially if you're
Right.
the type of person who is studious, who knows what she's talking about, who is comfortable in the knowledge of what you know what to talk about, right? And
True.
then it becomes where the apprehension is really all in your head.
Mm.
And you are projecting it outward. Now, what you project outward, because thoughts are things, what you project outward, you may get that feedback back. But it's not because people are sitting here just looking at you and judging you in a certain way. It's because of that energy that you put out in the first place. Because
Wow.
we are much more powerful than many of us would actually want to realize. Okay, so
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose.
okay, so do you understand what I'm saying thus far?
I know exactly what you're saying. It's so interesting that you chose a Yoda voice too, though. That's why I'm laughing. But it's true though, because I know I don't I like okay, so I don't want to say I don't know, but I guess I am apprehensive about whatever it is that I'm, I guess it's a fear of being judged, so to speak, because I am so much in my head. So I just need to like do like the Nike logo says and just do it and quit overthinking everything.
Truly indeed. A lot of times you'd be surprised. First off, some of the let's say the greatest people in their field. So let's say like actors, for example. Okay,
Hmm.
even though we may see them acting totally channeling, because acting is really channeling, just for those who don't know. But
Hmm.
they are actively in that character, and like this is amazing. They, on the other hand, especially at first, may not feel they are doing their best, right? And but at the end,
Hmm.
everybody will stand up and give them applause, standing ovation, right? Because they did it so well, but in themselves, they doubted themselves until eventually, later on in their, let's say, acting career, you can see an adjustment that happened where they become comfortable with literally who they are.
Mm.
Okay, and so I mean it's a common theme in a society that is a judgmental type of society. All right, and so those types of self criticisms do happen.
Right.
But let me also tell you this though: the self criticism also shows on the other side of the coin that you are a being that is a cut above the rest, because many people do not have that that self-criticizing or that ability to look within themselves and see maybe a flaw, right?
Hmm.
And be able to say, you know what, I see that I lack here. Let me work on that so it could be better and strengthen. So a lot of people actually don't have that at all. Okay, and
Mm.
so because you have the ability to actually have that, those parts of you that could be stronger, you will actually make stronger. But the whole thing is, you just don't want to over analyze and criticize yourself, because now you're going to cause yourself destruction.
Right, right. And I do tend to be, kind of hard on myself when it comes to things like that, as far as, changing, because things about me, I know I'm slow to change. So I always have to kind of break things down and really understand it. How am I going to do this and how am I going to do that and put it into play? Um, so that definitely makes perfect sense there. And as far as being cut above the rest, I definitely resonate with that because a lot of the times I feel that just dealing with, business to business or regular people as a consumer here, it's a lack of um, number one, black excellence. But like you say, it people have to strive to want to actually fill that lack or fill that gap, and I don't encounter that a lot, unfortunately.
So, at least at this point, do you feel that with that question that you asked, you came on for, do you feel that it has been answered?
Yeah, I do. It really was just confirmation. Like, you need to get out your head. Like, my boyfriend tells me that all the time, but you hear it from a regular person, you're just like, whatever, you don't know. But now for me, it's just like, all right, I just need to stop thinking and just do it. I'll have all the tools that I need. And there's no room for self-doubt, error, or anything like that. Just go for it. I already started.
Yes, queen.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So the thing about it is that yes, remember, I don't know you. I never met you. Only time we spoke was earlier to confirm your submission to be on the show, and that's
Correct.
it. Okay, and so yet I'm telling you something that only you and maybe close people that know something that's only something that's in your head, and yet
Right.
is being said out loud, and you're confirming that. So look at this confirmation as the rocket you need to propel you forward.
Facts. I
Facts.
definitely am. Definitely am, and I thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yes, queen. Yes.
One village.
What does that mean?
Where I'm from, every man and woman cares for every child. It is our duty to make sure every child is safe.